trying to think of how I'm going to describe this. All right, let me know when you're ready. What's up guys, it's Jake the Barber and I'm here in Austin, Texas, and I'm here with my friend Spencer, and today we are going to do a one clip on top, a mid skin fade, and we're going to do some beard work. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is get my wand, and I'm just going to cut the top to my desired length. So when I buzz the top, I like to, I'll start, but I really like to double check, because if you look, there's always going to be hairs that you miss. So I like to just really focus on the top. It seems like an easy task, but there's so much hair and there's so much to miss. So next I'm going to get my lever clipper. I'm going to start from the arch all the way closed. I usually will start with like a mid skin fade. This arch right here usually is a good tell. And I'll always dip it just like a little bit in the back to follow the contour of the head. So what I'll do is after I do that, I'll check both sides and make sure they're both aligned. So like I'll look from the back, but usually it's pretty accurate, and it's nothing you can't fix. As long as you don't go up super high on one side and, you know, regular on the other. So now what I'm going to do is take my detailer and I'm going to get rid of all this stubble before I use a shaver. And when I'm doing with this detailer, I really just want to make sure I stay like a 1/4 inch below this line. And that's where the fade's going to really start. I'm going to use the shaver, and I'm going to go just below the line that I put in with the detailer. And with this tool, I really like to start at the bottom and make sure all this is bald completely before I work my way up. Because if I start in the middle, I might focus more on this area, and this area will still have stubble and you won't realize. And as I go up with the shaver, I really like to switch to just using the corners to feather this in. Because this is an easy tool to leave a line in the fade with. So I like to really just feather it in towards the top. So now I'm going to get my adjustable clipper, I'm going to open it all the way up, and I'm going to go up about 1 inch. And as I get towards the top, I just like to flick it outward just a little bit, because I don't want to create too much of a hard line. I'm gonna close it gradually as I go down. And I'm just focusing on one side right now, just so I'm not chasing a line around the head. I'm just knocking out one piece at a time. Now my clipper is all the way closed. I'm just using my corners for this. And now I'm just going to work on blending this area to the top. Now you can see this hair right here is a little bit darker than this hair, so you might have to go just a little bit shorter than I typically would, just to make it look like it blends. I'm going to throw my one back on and just make sure all this hair is cut. And put my half clip on and just open it just a little bit. All right, now I'm going to work on this area. And I'm really just repeating the steps I took on the other side. And this is just trying to feather all this in because the hair is just different shades, so you have to just mess with it as you go. I'm just going to get my detailer and clean up these areas towards the bottom. All right, so now I'm just going to shape up these corners right here. All right, so now we're going to take a 1 on the beard. We're going to leave the mustache longer, but we're going to have a really short beard with a sharp line and just get some of this hair off of the mustache. So I'm going to take the 1. So now I'm just going to blend these sideburns into the beard because there's still kind of a hard line right there. So I'm going to close my clipper. I'm just going to open it gradually as I go and just use my corners and just feather this down right here. All right, so now I'm gonna get my detailer. I'm just gonna shape the beard up. So now what I'm gonna do is get my shaver. I'm gonna bring this right up to the line that I just created. So now I'm just gonna work on the mustache before I do the shape up. But before I do that, I'm gonna spray the beard line with hairspray and let that dry. And I'm gonna just take a little bit off, and I'm gonna just freehand this, but I'm gonna use my finger as a kickstand basically for this clipper. Combing as I go. So now that the mustache is complete, I'm just gonna do this nice sharp straight razor line.
see like they have like a little like a mirror with like a clipper and everything in the front, right? Yeah. It was I guess because they're in third grade. So they didn't go out to Houston.
So now I'm gonna finish off the mustache with a little utility balm. Just wanna get a little bit. Really want to make sure I evenly distribute this product.
Whoever knew sweat could smell so good? I did, because I've been using Beardbrand's new deodorant. Grab it at beardbrand.com.